Covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Thanks for joining us this Friday morning for your latest news and weather where you live. I'm Rachel Williams, and there's still time to donate to the Fill the Bus campaign in Fort Smith. Tomorrow is the last day of the supply drive, and it's part of United Way's Fort Smith effort to serve families across the River Valley ahead of the school year. The organization is asking for everything from antibacterial wipes to notebooks, pencils, and paper, and the list goes on and on. The idea is to shop for those supplies inside the Walmart, then bring them outside to volunteers who will pack up the bus. Those supplies will go to school districts in Logan, Franklin, Crawford, and Sebastian counties, along with LaFleur and Sequoia counties in Oklahoma. United Way says last year they collected about 50,000 items.
We still have volunteer opportunities for anybody who wants to volunteer. It's very easy. Go to unitedwayfortsmith.org. You'll see that right there on the home page. Go to the registration link and see all those different times that are open. We encourage the people, the public, to come out, volunteer, and if you can't volunteer, certainly get out to the local Walmarts and give.
Top of that, we're also collecting school supplies for Springdale schools at the Supercenter Walmart on South Pleasant, just off 71 for Stuff the Bus, which is also happening today and tomorrow. The Springdale School District is the largest one in Northwest Arkansas, and all supplies collected at this location will go directly to the district. And like many adults, kids and teens have their phones in their hands at all times. But the Fayetteville School District is changing that trend. Thursday night, the Fayetteville Public School Board unanimously passed a plan to restrict student access to cell phones and smart devices during the instructional day. To enforce it, the district is buying locking storage units for students to throw their phones and tablets in. Kids in kindergarten through 6th would have no access to their phones during the school day, and kids in 7th grade through 12th would only have access to their phones at the start of the day and the end of the day, not during the instructional time or lunch. The district will accommodate students who need a device for their health conditions. And we'll get some more news in just a minute, but first, here's Zach with a look at your forecast.
Thanks, Rachel. We're tracking scattered showers. A little bit better chance today, especially south of I-40. We'll go 20-30% chances for our southern half of 5 country, especially as we go through the afternoon, early evening, daytime heating helping there. The last few days, it's just been a 10% chance of a few spotty showers, and we've had them. Today, a little bit better lift in the atmosphere. We'll go 10-20% chance of an isolated shower in northwest Arkansas this afternoon, early evening. We've got a disturbance heading towards Arkansas. It's lifting in from Louisiana and Texas as we go through the day. Tomorrow, we'll have a scattered shower chance overnight and better rain chances, especially for Arkansas. As we go through Saturday morning, we'll linger with an isolated to scattered shower and thunderstorm chance through the afternoon. Much hotter weather moves in next week. Heat headlines will likely be the main story, especially by Tuesday through Thursday. Feels like temperatures for a few days, at least, Rachel, will be 100 to 110.
All right, thanks, Zach. We'll keep an eye out for that. The Parrot Island water slide debate is drying up after the Sebastian County Quorum Court voted it down again. A Fort Smith Board of Directors offered a compromise of the city paying for the whole expansion and the county paying for their share over the course of 4 years. But it was voted down. 5 News reporter Lauren Spencer shares why members say they just couldn't justify spending the money.
We've got more priorities to deal with than a water park.
The city of Fort Smith is on board with buying 5 new slides for Parrot Island Water Park.
We know it's a great amenity for our community, but it was just, I think, too much to stomach.
It's a project that was going to cost $4.2 million, split between the city and Sebastian County. The two have a running agreement that makes them split the costs for the water park evenly.
It was a lot to evaluate in a short amount of time.
The Fort Smith Board of Directors approved the city's share of the purchase 2 weeks ago, as they believe the park has seen an increase in visitors, and they want to keep expanding to the right here. But the Sebastian County Quorum Court voted against their share of the purchase, saying they needed more time to talk about the whole project. Which brings us to Thursday night.
Once again, the measure did not pass by 1 vote, 7-6.
Motion to adjourn.
County Judge Steve Hott says the court only found out about this before the 4th of July, and they'd usually plan for a big purchase like this.
Big ticket items like this, those are budget items. We don't usually do those on a surprise.
The overall consensus of the 7 who voted against: too soon and too much money.
I'm not against the water park expansion. I'm against this expansion at this time for this dollar amount because I see too many inconsistencies.
And they believe there's other things the county's funds can go to.
There's all kinds of things that we need to be spending money on other than water park. It's not important.
The money that we're putting into these other outlying parks, into the trail system, into the pickleball courts, the volleyball courts, all of these things are year-round uses.
In Sebastian County, covering news where you live, Lauren Spencer, 5 News.
Those are your top headlines for this Friday. Thanks so much for joining us. Catch up with us again next week for more. Have a great day.